Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Battlefield 1. We're doing a full, uncut gameplay, just like good old uncut used to be, right? But, I guess an initial talking point I have of this game is, it really just kind of died. Like, to say it lightly, like, the last time I played this game was when I recorded the video, what do you call it? Like, this is Painful War Pigeons match or something. That video, which I will link in like the cards and stuff, and that. But I really, like, that video was recorded 2 weeks ago. And I have not touched Battlefield 1 for any recreational purposes in a long time. Like, I've done it solely for recording. Like, there was a couple times before For Honor came out, like, when I got on and played for like 30 minutes. But it was like mainly just so I had something to do to talk to one of my friends who I only know how to talk to from Xbox. So it's like, this game's just kind of dying, for me at least. I mean, for other people, it's obviously like the DLC's coming out, which I will get to in this video too, because it kind of pisses me off. But the DLC is coming out, and, you know, that will, you know, liven it up for people. But I really just, I don't know, it's like, I haven't wanted to play this game. And I think part of it is I think it's the lack of guns. That is definitely one thing. It's the lack of guns. And it's just like the new maps, the maps are cool, but there's not enough variation for me now that I've played the game. I mean, I don't know how many hours I've definitely put in a lot of hours into this game. But I ended up paying 90 bucks for it, and it's not even worth 60. Like, this, it's like I would pay 50 for this. 60's the stretch. But, I mean, with Giant Shadow. If you included Giant Shadow, I would pay 60. Without it, 45, 50. This is like another Battlefront situation, you know? They made it so you can pre-order and then get a free map. And then now you gotta buy all the DLC. Like, they're doing the same thing they did with Battlefront. And it's like, I'm losing faith in EA. I may or may not buy the next Battlefield game just because it's like, you know, I just Battlefield, like, if they're gonna do that, it's not that I don't like Battlefield, it's that I don't like the practices that EA is doing. And it's like, ugh, I don't really, like, that Battlefield 1 is dying for me. That's what I gotta say. It's just like, I don't know, it's not fun. I'm kind of more skilled than other people, but not really. Not by much. Like, when you carry, okay, I will say this, when you end up carrying a team every single game, when you end up carrying your team, it's not fun. Like, yeah, you're winning all the time, but it's just, there's no challenge. I mean, it's like, you're automated. You're just playing the game. But the DLC practices, I definitely don't like. I remember, let's just take Call of Duty, right? Because Call of Duty's kind of done the same thing. Not with the pre-order stuff, but definitely with the maps they include in their games. They used to include a ton of maps in their games, and a lot more guns in their games. Like, yeah, the guns might have been, like, very similar, but it was still a lot of guns. And then, you know, things go down, and, like, this game has, what is it, 9, 10 maps if you include Giant Shadow? When before, Battlefield probably had at least 12 for 60, not 90 bucks. Like, this game in no way is worth $90. Like, I don't think I've ever played a video game worth 90 bucks. It's just, I don't understand. Like, everyone gets nickel and dimed. Like, yeah, like, this game is fun, but it's definitely not worth 90 or 60. And it's just like, it just, like, there's this feeling you get when you buy a game and feel like you didn't get your money's worth out of it. Like, sometimes I feel like I did, sometimes I didn't with this game, and that's really not good. And then I just get up and I'm like, I'll play Battlefield 1. It's the same thing. Like, yeah, maybe I'm working towards like a level 10 gun, but really I've used all the level 10 guns and they're not that cool. To me, at least. Like the Hell Regale, I don't feel overpowered with the Hell Regale. It's not worth it for me to run up and try to get a Hell Regale. And it's just like, I can't. I really don't feel like I don't want to play it all the time. I don't want to play it at all. Like, now I want to play it because I'm doing a video on it. But it's like, even now I'm like, if I wasn't making a video, I wouldn't be playing Battlefield 1. Alright, we're gonna, by the way, we're gonna skip over into the next match. Because we're not just doing this one match. And I guess one of the bigger things that kind of degrades my want to play Battlefield 1 is definitely the load times. Like, I've been recording the timers at basically 11 minutes, 10:45, and 5 minutes of that 10 minutes has been spent on waiting for the game. So if I have to wait approximately 2 to 4 minutes per match, and I'm only playing for like 15 minutes, and I don't even have a guarantee that I'm gonna have a fun time, I don't want to play. I don't want to play if I have to waste my time. Like, even For Honor has lesser load times than Battlefield 1, and For Honor has like a 1.5 minute guaranteed timer in between matches. Like, I mean, granted, For Honor and Battlefield 1 are different games, but they're also kind of similar. Like, kind of, but, you know, not really. But Battlefield 1's boring to me. It has now reached that point of, you know, it's a multiplayer game, so a lot of the experiences are the same. Like, the sameness that plagues a lot of multiplayer games is still here. And I mean, when you make a game that has 8 maps and like 5 guns a class, 5 or 6 guns a class, and the secondaries are actually all the same, just different shapes, it's gonna wear down. Like, I don't like when I use the different, let's just say this, when I use the different versions of the Gewehr 98, right, or this gun, the Mondra gun, it feels like I'm using a Mondra gun just with different attachments. Why can't I just buy a Mondra gun and use attachments? Like, I have, like, what makes me think, like, why I don't use attachments is they're like, oh yeah, we only wanted to program, like, World War I didn't have a lot of guns. We know this. But then they're like, you know, we're not, like, they wanted to be so realistic that there's only like 1 gun per nation, basically. And since there's 1 gun per nation, what? You're gonna sit there and say, yeah, this class has 5 primaries you can buy. No, they're gonna space it out so that it looks like you got, like, I don't know, 13. The classes don't have 13 guns a class. It has 5. And there's just, I just feel like there's a lack of content. It definitely, like, it lasted longer than Battlefront, alright? My fun with this has lasted longer than Battlefront, which is a good thing. Shows that EA made a better shooter, because Battlefront, after the initial Star Wars WoW, is a horrible game. But this game, after the World War I WoW went off, there was still like a little bit of fun to be had. But now it's just like, the fun is gone. It's very much, I don't know, like, even playing with friends, like, we don't, like, when you're in a squad, it just kind of feels like you're all doing the same thing, even though you all have different guns. I don't know what it is. Even if someone's like a sniper in the back, they're still helping you. Like, I don't know, this game just, like, everything, I want to say this, everything is so well balanced in the guns department that it's almost like using the same thing, just with different variables almost. Like, this feels, I know this is different than the MP18, but I still, like, I don't really feel a change when I use the MP18, except less kick and less bullets per minute. Like, granted, that's the only differences, but I don't know. It's so simple. And granted, again, this is World War I. I get that it's simple, but this game is almost too simple. Look at this. 6 guns, and you're gonna make me pay for them like there's 15 of them. Like, and there's like, they don't even all have the different variants, so you can't even like there's no consistency. Like, why? I would have felt better. I literally would have felt better if the game would have made me buy a sniper rifle and then gave me, like, I don't know, like, attachments, like a bipod and maybe like a short stock or no stock or a scope or a foregrip, something. You know, Battlefield 4 did that. Granted, Battlefield 4 had a lot of guns. And they all kind of felt the same. They weren't the same, I know, but they all felt like it. So, oh my god, man. But it's, oh man, I can't not say this. Alright, because if you pay attention to my channel, there's a lack of Battlefield 1 content. And that's just because Battlefield 1's boring. You know? Except when I'm making a video, I can tell you this. I have more fun talking to the camera than playing the game. And it should be, you know, if I play a game like For Honor or Assault and Sanctuary, the fun is evened out between game and commentating. It's like I get to play the game and commentate. This one's like I get to commentate while I'm not looking at the camera. I have something to do in front of me. And like we're dying, so it's not even a fun thing. It's like, you know, I don't even care if we win or not. I just want to get through and get my little reward of like maybe a battle pack. You know, there's definitely a lack of reward as well for this game. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. I feel like their DLC 1 sales are gonna be absolutely horrible. Because I know if I buy DLC 1, I'm gonna waste my money. So, you know, I mean, this might end up like Rainbow Six Siege, alright, where I quit Rainbow Six Siege is not an official video type. Yeah, maybe I post it every month and a half. I mean, that's what I might have to do with Battlefield 1. You know, maybe just a month I sit down for 3 hours and just play Battlefield 1 and I get a couple videos out of it. Like, that seems better to me than to try to play this, because I'm not getting anywhere with it anymore. I'm not having fun. I'm having fun talking and commentating, but I'm not having fun with the game itself. It's just kind of like drab. And like I said, when I said all the guns are the same, this hammerless literally is the exact same gun as the Fremer Stop and the Taschen pistol and the Model EO. It's the same pistol, just with different reload speeds and different kick patterns. They do basically the exact same amount of damage. And I know this video is for sure more informative. It's totally not entertaining. I'm not making this video for entertaining. I'm making it for, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this video. It's just like thoughts coming in my head. Like, I really don't. This game just does not sit with me anymore. I don't, like, I liked it initially. Oh, man, there's the shortcut kits, and the nickel and diming, and the lack of content that it's now like wearing down on me. It's like, there's no content left. Like, how many episodes did I get out of this game? Like 60? Did I really get 60? I got like, more like 40 or 30. Which, I mean, is good. That's the normal lifespan of a $60 game. Pretty much, I think. I don't really know for sure. But it's like for instance, take a game like Prop Hunt. Alright? Prop Hunt, the reason why people can make literally hundreds of episodes is because there's new content coming out for it all the time. And they're getting new experiences from the same content. This game, like, I don't know, maybe they should like, maybe games should just, like, release a map every 2 weeks. Maybe you should, like, if a game is popular, like, if Battlefield 1 was so popular that instead of making a bunch of DLC that you have to buy and pay for, take a $60, or I guess for me, $90, $90 game, and just take like a little team and make them just make maps and guns every 2 weeks or something. Like that's what, okay, Clash Royale does that with new cards, and it makes the game different, and they update it. Like, this game is like, they put it together, and then they got their, I mean, granted, their sales, the amount of sales they got on this game ratify them making DLC. But the after the effect, like after DLC 1, just release like some free maps. Granted, that then it makes it seem like early access, or just, how about you spend an extra bit of time making, like if this game had all the DLC, if they were to take, what are they releasing, like they're releasing 4 DLC, alright? If this game had all 4 DLC in it, and it also had the base, what we call the base game in it, dude, this game, they wouldn't, yeah, they might make a little bit of profit on it, but this game would be, like, this game would be the best game in the world. And then they just take it and they balance it. They update stuff. They balance the game so it's more fun. Like, they do all that you would normally do, because, like, games nowadays, it's kind of hard to predict if they're going to be fun. Like, this game is so, it's boring to me, and I don't want to pay 15, I feel like I shouldn't have to pay to make a game not boring. Alright, I shouldn't have to pay, like, the base game by itself, it should be not boring to me until, like, and it should be not boring at least until I get fulfillment out of it. Because I don't feel fulfilled by this game and I'm bored, so I'm not gonna play it. You see what I mean? Like, if you are bored from a game, but you get fulfillment out of it, then that was totally worth it. It was just straight up, that's worth it. But if you buy a game and you don't get fulfilled by it, like Battlefield 1 has done to me, and you have to pay to get you more fulfilled, then how are you gonna take a game that is smaller than games in the past, you know, looks better, whatever, but it's just like smaller than games from the past, and ratify, at this point, it would be $105 and almost double the price tag. I don't know, I don't really like this game. I don't like EA. I don't like EA anymore. Like, EA, when they did their Battlefield Hardline, everyone hated them because that game's pay to win, right? Then they come up with this game, and then they pull all this, like, pay to win and pay to have the full game kind of stuff. I don't like it. I really, and granted, that's how AAA games work, but it doesn't sit well with me. I can't. I just can't. I don't know. I just think this game makes, like, more sense for me to be sitting on the shelf, or in the game library, I should say, just collecting dust. Like, my experience with this game is pretty much done, because it's not entertaining. It's not fun to play. I mean, it's kind of fun to record, but that's just because I get a video out of it. It's not even like the game is like 5% of my happiness. The rest is like, oh, I feel productive. I'm recording a YouTube video. I'm talking, you know. I'm making a video so that I don't have to make one later. You know, like, those feelings drastically overpower the feeling of I'm playing Battlefield 1. And I've played this game with friends. This game with friends, if you do nothing but mess around, that's the only thing left that is somewhat fun, and that's not even, like, at the end of the day, I'm just like, what did I even do? I wasted my time. Kind of. But I still had a lot of fun, so maybe I didn't. You know, I doubt if I actually, like, am playing the game and having fun. It's just not... It's not a good situation with me in Battlefield 1 right now. It's just not. So, I've obviously lost this game. I'm waiting for this thing to blow up. If you enjoyed this video, tell me in the comments below. Damn, that's a lot of people. If you want to share your thoughts with me, does Battlefield 1 sit well with you? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, right now, this will probably be the last Battlefield 1 video in a while. I mean, I'll probably still stream it. Probably once or twice. Because then I get to do operations, and maybe that's cool. I mean, I don't know. Operations is dying on me. But subscribe if you're new, because I'll be making more videos. Probably not a lot of this left. That's for sure. I'm Pacific. See you guys in the next episode of whatever I decide to make.